Well, hello there. Remember I did a video a long time ago about the Dali and what happened, or what I thought had happened, and it turned out that some of what I said was incorrect. But based on what I could see, it's understandable, really, that you can maybe get some confusion. But I'm finding out now, because the Marine Accident Investigation in America, whatever they're called, I can't remember, not what they're called now, but there will have been a full report out. I haven't seen all of it, but I've read the main cause, or what caused the Dali to black out, and it was a loose wire. So all these conspiracy theories saying, oh, it was hacked and it was controlled, it was deliberate. It wasn't deliberate, it was poor maintenance. Now, this was a tiny little circuit, a blade type thing that would slot into a circuit board, and you'd have wires going in top and bottom. What we do on board our ships is we have a regular check. Anything that's too complicated, we get shoreside in to go around and check it. But anything simple like wiring, like that, we go around and we do a regular check. We have a planned maintenance system that says you've got to go and check these wires. So not only do we tug on the wires, but not aggressively, but you just make sure that they're not loose. And also, when we put a screwdriver onto a terminal or a spanner onto a terminal, we're not tightening it, we're just making sure that it is tight. So you just put it on. If it's give you some resistance, that's it, that's tight enough. But like I said, we have for the more technical side of stuff, we do have regular service engineers come on board and check these things. And it's all done on the computerized planned maintenance system. Yeah, but that's one of the dangers, isn't it? When you're running a ship that's on a budget. Now, I know Maersk used to cut corners, something rotten. Now, I was on a ship that we were drifting off China, waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for. Anyway, we were drifting off China, and we had lots of maintenance to do. We had all the main engine pistons to pull out and put new piston rings in, but we didn't have the spares. We were sat there for 6 weeks doing nothing. We didn't have the spares to do anything. Yeah, and we collected quite a lot of bilge water in those 6 weeks. And one of the key features of the oil record book that we have stipulates that you've got to follow the regulations laid out by MARPOL. And one of the things that you can't do is pump bilge water when you're drifting. You have to be on passage, you have to be steaming. And to get the water overboard, you've got to go through what they call a 15 part per million oily water separator. And of course, if you can't get the oil down below 15 parts in the discharge water, you then have to think about changing filters. But no, they wouldn't let me do it either. They wouldn't let me change the filters. So we were full. On this boat, we were full. Absolutely full. The bilges were full. That's your protection. This was Maersk. This is your protection. Having all the bilge wells in high level alarm, all the bilge tanks were in high level alarm, and the chief engineer wouldn't let me change the filters on the oily water separator to get rid of the bilge water. He said to me, "You're going home in a few days. Don't you worry about it. I'll get rid of it when you're gone." Meaning that he was going to pump the water over the side. Yeah, I should have whistleblowed. Anyway, but getting back to the Dali, yeah, the thing that caused it to crash was a loose wire. So when they reset that circuit breaker that this little tiny thing was controlling, it will be a safety circuit somewhere. It popped out, and of course, when they put the other one back in, that one popped out because there was something else wrong with that one. But the original blackout was because of this particular wire on that particular circuit breaker. So when they put the circuit breakers back in, the fault was still there, so it popped out again. And like I said at the time, I don't think there was any conspiracy theory. This was a purely down to incompetence or lack of maintenance on their part. And of course, it doesn't help when you're run by Maersk. Anyway, so that's enough of that. So I'm going to move on to the next one. I'll see you later, and have a great Halloween, you guys in America. See you later. Bye then.